Hi Mermaid Junkies, how are you? Oh my goodness, I want to do another video. Are you following me on Instagram? It's Raquel Margaret Carter. I have a private account, but I have like lots of fun little like motivational little things every day. So, you know, to go along with these videos and stuff. And I think I'm going to start embedding these videos into my, like from YouTube to my website. And maybe, you know, some people want to go back and like they can't remember what I said or whatever. And so instead of watching the video over and over, they want to read like verbally what I've said. So that kind of helps some people. And I can understand that because I used to be like that too. But today I want to talk to you about something that I've gotten several questions, and this is just like something that like after meditation today, I really felt a strong impression and inspired to talk about it. Hi Ollie. Say hi to everyone. Say hi Mermaid Junkies. Say hi. I took Ollie out today to play. And oh my goodness, he's like, I cannot handle this. Like he starts breathing so heavy. He's like, I can't deal with this heat, because we live in Florida, like off the coast, and like it's just wretched. Like if you are anywhere near Florida, you know the humidity is like out of control. So anyway, he was just sitting there like panting, like I thought he was just gonna die. Not literally, but I was just like, let's come in and get some water. And so now he seems to be so much happier. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about, and I can understand this completely, is about being afraid to practice law of attraction and manifesting. And the reason I say this is, and I don't even know what I'm going to title this as, but I think that there's this misrepresentation with people that practice the law of attraction. And I've gotten this so many times from like friends and family members that I can tell they start to pull away from me, which is not a big deal. I understand like attracts like, and they're just like not energetically where I am. And that's fine. I'm not saying that I'm better than them. I'm not saying any of that thing, that kind of thing. I think what it is this it's basically this false representation of people thinking that law of attraction and manifesting is for like, cuckoo birds, you know, because I'll be the first to admit, like, and I've even told you guys this in videos before, is that when I heard of The Secret and like conversations with God and channeling and the law of attraction, like law of attraction books and stuff like that, like I would see in the library, or people would give them to me because they know I'm like an avid reader and I read. Like I've read thousands and thousands of books. Like I read at least a book a month, or two books a month. And so I think what it is, okay, let me just give you an example of like the things that I've heard, and I'll tell you why that I think that there's a misrepresentation about the law of attraction. Is that people think that it's kind of scary, like it's sorcery and witchery, and you know, especially if you grow up in a religious family, and that's where I can totally relate to you, is that some people think that it's like this scary sorcery and it's witchcraft, and you shouldn't get into that because you're going to be pulled away from God, and you might be, you know, on a fast track to hell, so to speak. And so, and I laugh now because it's absolutely silly, and I believe in nothing more than God, more so than I did ever in religion. Like I remember when I moved to California and I was living there, and I moved back and I had started to get into law of attraction and stuff like that. And it wasn't for the fact that I lived in California. I mean, there's a lot of people that live in California that don't practice law of attraction. But I think there's this misconception that if you live in California, you're around all those crazies that believe in, you know, all this, you know, magical stuff, and, you know, dreams can come true, and God forbid dreams actually come true. Like dreams come true. Like almost every dream that I've had has come true. And there's several that are manifesting right now that will come true, and I can't wait to share them with you. But anyway, cardinals. 3 cardinals sitting out there, so gorgeous. I love birds. But like, that's literally what I heard from several of my family members. Oh, now you're into that crazy, weird well, they cussed, but weird stuff. And there's nothing but a bunch of loonies out in California. And I'm just like, well, I live in California. At the time, I lived in California. I'm like, so I'm a loony because I live in a state that you think that's where all loonies come from? It's a very closed-minded mentality to have. And I'm not barking on anyone. I'm just saying that it's like, you know what? It's not everything that people think it is, or that you might be persuaded to believe that practicing law of attraction and manifesting and channeling is not weird. I mean, if you want to use a different word, you could actually say it's a lot like in the biblical times, is that, you know, prophets back then, because I used to read the scriptures all the time when I was a religious person, and they would say, oh, God was speaking through me and I wrote these scriptures down. And it's like, so why is that so different in modern day revelation? That if there's there's still channeling going on, and there's still, like, there's always going to be that, like, expansion. And I just think that law of attraction is just it's a universal they're universal laws, and it's a very, I mean, it's so foolproof, it's not even funny. It's like, I guess basically what I'm trying to say in this short video is that give law of attraction a try. You know, I mean, take it in little teeny increments, because I know not everybody's ready to hear certain things about how law of attraction works and stuff like that. And I get that, because there was a certain time I wasn't ready to be ready until, you know, like the timing was right for me. Like I said, I remember that there were times that I had seen, like, The Secret and the DVD, and like it was brought into our home, and I was just like, get that out of here. Like, I took it and threw it in the trash immediately, because I wasn't ready for the law of attraction in my life. But I think that those small little incremental things is the universe, like, allowing. So if you're watching this video, maybe this is one of your little things to be ready to receive even a little bit more of, like, law of attraction. That I just wanted to come to you, and especially my mermaid junkies that are very reserved, and maybe it kind of freaks them out a little bit, especially if you come from a religious background. I can understand that. I do understand why it might be a little you might be a little weary or leery of law of attraction and universal laws and stuff, because, you know, that's the first thing that you hear is, like, all these, like, source, and why do people call it source instead of God, and why do some people call him God, and I am, you know, and things like that. And so I think it's left up to so many people's interpretation of how things are, but universal laws and law of attraction is what it is, and, like, it's universal laws, like, it's universal, and so it doesn't change, but you can change little aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like me saying, you know, oh, I believe in mermaids, or I believe in merry maids, or I believe in, you know, half human, half fish, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, it's just the words that you use. It doesn't mean that they're anything different. It's just how you use them. You know what I'm saying? Everything's subjective is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everything is subjective, even law of attraction. And just don't be so freaked out or think, you know, oh my gosh, they went to the dark side, you know. If you say love and light with prayer hands, it's like that you don't believe in God, because if there's anything, that's all I believe in is God. God is everything. Like, that's all I talk about on my videos is God. And so alignment, I mean, that's God. And so I think people get scared of that. So that was my 411 on law of attraction and manifestations and practicing the law of attraction. And so I would just ask you to give it a go, you know, if you feel that this video resonated with you a little bit even. So I think that those are your answers from the universe, right? Okay, well, I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. And as always, I'm yours until my next swim. Ciao!